Hi, this is Julianne, and welcome back to another episode of Life Edit and Design. I hope you're enjoying our video series. Today we are going to talk about gratitude journaling, gratitude awareness, happiness planning, whatever you want to call it. And you might be wondering, hey, why did we just finish a Christmas planning series, and now we're doing gratitude? Isn't gratitude Thanksgiving in November, whereas Christmas is December? The reason we did those 4 episodes beforehand is because this year Christmas is going to require a lot of extra planning and you need to get an early start. Gratitude you can kind of do with just a little bit of planning ahead, maybe a couple of days to get yourself set up and ready. So that's why we're doing them in a different order. So I hope you enjoyed the holiday series, and I hope you go back if you haven't seen that and watch it, because there's some really great tips and some things you really want to be planning for this holiday season. But today we're talking about gratitude. I have a planner obviously on that because I have a planner on everything. This is called Give Thanks, and it's the gratitude planner. And what I want to talk about today is how a lot of people miss the mark with their gratitude kind of journaling. There's some benefits that you're just totally missing out on. So I want to make sure that you capture that, whether you use my planner or any other form of gratitude journaling. I want you to make sure you capture these couple of points, because again, you're only scratching the surface if you're just sitting down each night and writing a couple of things that you're thankful for. That's great, but you could do so much more. So what are the real benefits of gratitude journaling? Number one is the awareness. This is huge. If you're just sitting down at night, you're not going through your day with any greater awareness. You're just sitting down at night and you're jotting down a few things. Okay, that's great. What I invite you to do is to come up with a theme. When I did this, I came up with a theme for each week. So there's a different theme for you to think about. So like a theme like your body. And spend your day thinking about what you're going to journal about that night. What do you appreciate about that thing? So if we're going to use the body, for example, go through your day, that greater awareness of what you can do because of your body. Can you see? What can you do because you can see? So you could spend the whole day, like you could decide in the morning, I'm going to think about my eyes today, and think about all the things that you can do because you can see. I mean, what a gift. You can read, you can drive. If you can't see, you can't drive. You can watch TV, you can watch your kids play. There's so many things that you can do because you have the gift of sight. So appreciate that. With the body example, especially, people just think about all the negatives. Oh, I'm so fat. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't do that. Think about what you can do. So that one of the biggest benefits of gratitude journaling is to increase your awareness, to be so much more in tune with the positive vibrations instead of focusing so much on the negatives or only focusing on the positives for a little bit. So what I invite you to do is pick a theme for the week, and then each day of the week, picture a different thing, focus on a different thing. So on your body, you could focus on your legs. What are all the things you can do because you have legs that work? Can you walk across a room? Can you jog? Can you go to the grocery store because you have legs to walk you through the store? Think about all the things that people who can't walk can't do. They can't take themselves to the bathroom. That's huge. You don't appreciate these things unless you raise your awareness. Another theme I have is people, the people around you. So you could take that and say, okay, today I'm going to focus on strangers, and think of all the things that happen in your life that are good because of a stranger. So like today, as I was recording a video, the trash man was coming and he was emptying the trash, but it's like, I wasn't upset. I was so appreciative that this company comes every single Monday and empties the trash. Like, there's a group of people that are underappreciated and undervalued. You would know if they stopped picking up your trash in a matter of days. You would just, oh my God, I miss my trashman so much. Those are people that don't get appreciated, but you can sit there and think, wow, this is great. These people come. I don't know who they are, but they come every week. You're in the grocery store, the person who's bagging your groceries and the person who's scanning and checking you out. You don't know them, but they're doing a huge service for you. Without them, you couldn't purchase your food and get out the door. The people at the bank who are processing your transactions, if you're doing drive up, or the teller inside, these are people you don't know, but without them, your life would be so much more difficult. So you could spend a whole day just focused on strangers. Then you could take a whole day and focus maybe on a particular family member and all the things that family member does to make your life better. You could focus on coworkers. You can just keep coming up with different people or a different category of people to focus on every day for a week. And that's what I think people miss when they're doing this gratitude journaling, is that all day awareness. Pick something and think about it all day. Write it on your hand and marker, a little Post-it note on your phone, something to remind you. But if you're not aware, then you're not getting the benefit of the gratitude journaling. So that's like the biggest thing that I want you to be thinking about as you're choosing a gratitude practice of some sort. Is the point is to create your awareness so that you are a more positive person, which brings us to the second benefit that people miss out, is the attitude. Doing a gratitude journaling, say a 30-day practice, people do it and then they end and then they go right back to life as usual. You've missed the whole point. So you want to raise your awareness, but then you want to create this attitude, an attitude of a person who is grateful. As I was recording this, I was going out for a walk with my dogs and I was trying to think about all the things that are great about where I'm living, this apartment complex I'm living in. I was coming up with all these good things. And I was trying to say, okay, now let me come up with some negative examples that I could use on this recording. And I was struggling because I've moved myself to a different attitude where I see more positives. Like, to come up with the negatives, I was really thinking, I'm like, all right, I have to walk to the mailbox because it's not attached to my house. Or, there's a straw paper on the ground, so people are littering. But that's not what I normally see. When I walk around, I see, there's sidewalks everywhere and there's so many places for me to take my dogs. Look how everybody's, taking care of cleaning up after their dogs. Look how people wave. Look how I see so many different cultures and I hear so many different languages as I walk around, and people are dressed differently. And how cool is that to see all of that happening right here in my own little area? So I've changed my attitude, and that's what you get from doing this awareness practice, of raising your awareness, of seeing the positive. You have a new attitude. So when the journaling is done, you don't go back to that old mindset of seeing everything that's wrong with the world. You come out seeing the positives. And if your gratitude practice, your 30-day journaling or whatever you're doing, doesn't wind you up in that spot, then you've kind of missed the beauty and the power of it. So if you've done gratitude journaling in the past and it's just something you do maybe every November, you do, I'm going to do some gratitude journaling, think about the outcome. What do you really, really want? Because it's not just 30 days of appreciating that, you can get up every day and there's air to breathe. I mean, that's great, but you want it to have a lasting impact. You want it to change your attitude so that you become a person who is grateful, not somebody who did a 30-day practice. Does that make sense? So, pick your topics, really focus on all the benefits of that topic, but don't let it end when the 30 days ends. And I think, people are just so conditioned to a start and an end, and that's all they think about is I did it. I checked the box. I'm a planner. I get it. I love checking boxes. And to make this a lifestyle, you kind of don't get to check the boxes anymore because it's part of your life. So you could do a 30-day tracker. I have a paper planner here that has a nice little 30-day tracker that I use. And that's good to get your habit started. And with the gratitude journal, that's good to get the juices flowing. But you really need to make it a lifestyle. So you have to sit there and think, what would make a lasting difference in my life? What can I do? How can I create this gratitude into my life? And that's where, we'll do a different episode on routines and rituals and habits, but that's where I would start with like the morning gratitude. Make that a part of your everyday ritual. So do your 30 days, do your practice, kind of use that as a jump start. But after that, incorporate this into your life. Sit in your quiet space for a few minutes in the morning and think about, how do I want to be grateful today? Or how do I want to move through my day with gratitude? What can I be aware of today? Just looking out the window and saying, the leaves are out there and they're blowing in the breeze, and isn't this a beautiful day? And it's like, it reminds me of the Mr. Rogers episode. Mr. Rogers was a show that was geared towards children when I was quite little. And it was just like, isn't it a beautiful day? It's a lovely day in the neighborhood. And he would start off with this song, and, it was supposed to be calming and help kids get centered and focused. But it's just, what can you start your day with? Like every day, sit down with your cup of coffee or cup of tea and just feel gratitude. I have a 10-minute practice I do every day. I have a little timer and it plays some light music. And every day I just raise my vibration. I just think about all the things that I'm just so thankful for. And I want to start my day with that very high vibration. And when you start there and you're like, this feels great. I'm so thankful for my life. I'm so thankful for the way I'm living. I guess it just sets your mind to look for the positives and just keep going through your day with that feeling of, I want to keep feeling this great really good high vibration feeling to go through my day, and not so much this, oh, this is wrong and this is wrong. Catch yourself, and again, the 30-day practice will help you in that. And don't just write down what the things you're grateful for. Catch yourself at those opportunities where you're starting to feel negative, you're starting to judge somebody or judge a situation, and step back and be like, oh, that's not who I want to be. I'm doing this gratitude practice just for the 30 days, but I want it to be a part of my lifestyle. So I need to stop the complaining, stop the gossiping, stop the judging, stop looking at things from a negative light. The whole series that we just finished doing on the holidays was not about how the holidays are negative. It's about how the holiday gives you a chance to do a whole new way of celebrating, a way to start new traditions, a way to be more creative, a way to use your planning skills. I mean, we all love planning. I know I'm a geek. I love planning, but this gives me a chance to plan a whole new season and not accept the old traditional ways, but woof, I get to do new things. So it's a change in your mindset. Don't be looking for all the negatives, like, oh, I'm not going to be able to do this Christmas season. I'm not going to be able to go to this festival. Don't focus on all those negatives. Focus on, wow, I can start over. I can create the type of Christmas I want to create. Learn a little bit about your Enneagram type, and that's spelled ENNEAGRAM, Enneagram. I don't know if I say it right, but it's something I found is just fascinating, because you learn about your type. And you learn about the things, those hot buttons for you, and you learn about what you need. And then you can take those things and say, okay, I have like say the type 8, the challenger. I have a tendency to want to control things. So use that to your advantage. What do you want to, so control your day, control your planning, control your thoughts. You use it as a positive instead of looking at it as like, I'm a control freak. Look at it as like, I want to control what comes into my mind. I want to control the thoughts that I have. I want to control the choices I make and make them positive. So you can look at your Enneagram type and use that to be more grateful by understanding who you are and using your strengths. So I am a type 5, which is the investigator. I love to learn. And I'm a geek. I love to plan. But how can I use those things to be more positive, to be more grateful? Well, I can spend more time planning so I don't get stressed by things that when things get out of control. I have a plan. I can follow my plan. Even if I get off plan, I can come back to my plan. It's still there waiting for me. I can learn. I can read. I get joy from learning and reading it. And I think, wow, these people sat down and created this blog post or created this book. And I can look at all the positives of that and be more grateful. So I know it's a little bit of a sidebar to go into the Enneagram, but think about how understanding your personality and the things that you gravitate towards can make you a more grateful person, make you more appreciative. So it's about awareness and attitude. Those are the things that you should be getting from your gratitude practice, and those are the things that you want to last. You want to turn it into a habit. How do you turn it into a habit? How do you change your way of seeing the world so that it's now something that's more positive? So kick things off with your practice, but always be looking for, this is how I'm going to live my life. This is what I'm going to carry forward. So as we move into the new year, I know it's a little bit off, but we're getting there. Come at it with all the possibilities, not all the restrictions, not all the things that have changed, but the things that you can do because things have changed, the new freedoms, the new way of thinking, the new traditions, all the things that you want to be positive about. Bring that through. Let it kick off with your gratitude practice, but bring it through to your life, because you're going to be so much better off if you've taken gratitude, made it an awareness, and then turned it into an attitude. And that's how you live your life. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and take your time, build a gratitude practice with a 30-day jumpstart of some sort, and then change your attitude and change your awareness and have an awesome life. All right, we'll talk to you next time. Again, if you haven't already, sign up for the newsletter at lifeditanddesign.com. Again, you'll find out all about the things I have going on, which videos I'm about to release, and kind of just the behind the scenes look. It's always fun to know what else is coming on, and you can always reach out to me. I always reply to my emails, so I'd love to hear from you. So until next time, we'll see you later.